Welcome to The Jump. Indeed, we are coming to you live from the court where Game 4 of the NBA Finals are going to take place in just a few hours. I'm joined by NBA champion Richard Jefferson, wearing his finest bubble wear, and the Hall of Famer, Mr. Vince Carter. Coming up, guys, we will discuss. I mean, I'm inducting him now.
I was just going to say future Hall of Famer.
No,
Can we call him in that?
No, I'm just calling him the Hall of Famer.
Well, he's going to be there.
We all know.
He's going to be there, but like, gosh, just can we wait for my sake? Can we wait like a second?
No, we can do nothing for your sake. We'll talk about the Lakers trying to get back on track after Game 3. Stick around for that. First, though, we are going to start with one of the heroes for the Heat and their win Sunday. See what I did there? Tyler Hero.
Saw that.
Nobody's ever made that joke the entire Heat season. I sat down with the 20-year-old rookie yesterday. Take a look at our conversation.
Boy, they must be celebrating down in Miami. What an inspiring victory for the Miami Heat.
So you guys have reset this series. What looked like it could be heading toward a sweep instead is 2-1. And Jimmy Butler told me afterward, he said the difference is now we believe we belong here. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, definitely. Down 2-0, everyone's thinking it's going to be a sweep. But we came out with a lot of energy last night, and now we know that we can play with them. 2-1, our mentality is definitely different now, and we're excited to get the next game going.
I know you have seen photos, video of yourself of what happened at the end of Game 3.
Yeah.
Can you do it for me right here now? Can you do the snarl?
I don't think I can.
Come on.
I was like, it was just in the moment. I don't think I've ever done that in my life before. I just did it.
You're 20 years old, and you do still have a little bit of a baby face, so you know what the internet did with that snarl, right?
Yeah. I seen a whole bunch of stuff last night with the face I made. Like I said, though, I've never made that face before in my life. It just happened in the moment of things. I guess that's what the NBA Finals will do to you.
Who is the person online who's been IGing about you or tweeting about you that's really famous that you're like, oh my God, that person is watching me?
I always like to say D. Wade, just because growing up, like I grew up in Milwaukee, but I always was a Heat fan because of D. Wade, and for him to really be watching me, I know I played for the Heat, but like just to see him, tweet about me and things like that, it's amazing.
Some people try to front and be like, no, I was always a fan of this team, but there is a photo of you, and I think it's like 4 or 5 years old, in a Heat jersey.
Yeah, I used to wear that jersey like every day, every single day. And then one day I asked my parents if they could like get someone to paint my wall like Miami Heat. So my whole room was Miami Heat when I was like 4 or 5. It's crazy.
So what does it mean to you that you do get to go out and wear that jersey for real every day?
It means everything. You hear like the organization talk about the culture and everything, but it just feels good to actually be able to rep that, wear it, and represent something that truly does, matter.
You and I on the court after one of your real big games earlier in this playoffs talked about your confidence, how you walk around telling people, I'm a bucket.
Yeah.
Your teammates call you swaggy. I was looking up stuff about your Twitter and IG. Your Twitter handle has the initials RAF in it, which means rich and famous, which would be appropriate now. But Tyler, you wrote that handle when you were 6th grader, when you were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Where has this confidence in yourself come from?
I'm not even sure. It just happened. It's just who I am. I grew up like this, like you said, 6th grade. That was my Twitter handle, but like I said, I just grew up like this. It's just who I am.
Your jersey sales have gone through the roof. You've been one of the most popular jerseys during these NBA playoffs. We were talking before this interview, your Instagram followers, you gained like 1.5 million Instagram followers in just the last year. People who are just getting to know you, who are going to watch you through the rest of this finals, what do you want them to know about you?
I'm confident, obviously you know that, but I just like to win. At the end of the day, I love to win. Try to do whatever it takes to win. I'm going to give it all to my teammates and coaches. And, we know as a team what stage we are at right now. And, we can't take it for granted. And at the end of the day, we just want to win.
Thank you so much to Tyler. It's the kitten one, I think, is the best one, personally. By the way, his little after that game with his own snarl, imitating his big brother Tyler. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. Tyler's teammate, Bam Adebayo, upgraded to questionable for Game 4 tonight. Now, he has, of course, missed Game 2 and 3 of the finals with a neck strain / shoulder injury. And while Bam said yesterday he is, quote, trying to get back as quickly as possible, he added the decision will be made by the Heat medical staff. Now, I spoke to him, and he said that when they tried before Game 3 to test him out, he said, okay, do a push-up, Bam. Could not do the push-up, and that is how he knew that he could not play Game 3. We'll have to see what happens tonight. Vince, how cautious would you be with Bam, given all that's at stake right now?
85% Bam is what you want, at worst. 50%, don't. It's bigger than just this right here. I know they want to win. They found a way to get a win, so they still bought themselves another game. If he plays, he brings a lot to the table. Now the pick and roll, it plays a big factor, which opens up the floor for Jimmy one-on-one, but for their shooting as well, because you have a decision to make as a low man on defense. When he's rolling to the basket, he's a lob threat, which sucks in the defense, which opens up three-point shooting. So he's definitely an asset to their team, but if he's not healthy, one shot from a Dwight Howard rolling down the paint, like we saw last time, you mess up the career and the future of what Bam is really building right now, his legacy. So I'm sure the Miami Heat organization will be smart about that. But what I want to say this, and also with him in the lineup, though, you now can put him on an Anthony Davis, because you've seen and you've tried putting Leonard and or Lennox on Dwight Howard, and you can now put some size and athleticism like a Bam on AD. So he definitely helps their team if he can get back.
Yeah, it's tough. And this is why Game 3 was so important for the Lakers. Because if they're down 3-0, if the Heat are down 3-0, there's zero chance that you go out there and play Bam Adebayo at 75%, right? You just don't do that. The chances of it are super, super slim. So really what the Miami Heat did is they bought more time for Bam Adebayo to get healthy and to hopefully come back. I think if he can go, yes, that's great. But even then, if you're down 3-1, we've seen it before, but Bam comes back 100% healthy, crazier things have happened. So, you want him to try and give it a go, but also at the same point in time, you bought yourself a little bit more time. And look, he needs to sign that big deal, right? So that's the other part about it. Yeah. Being a free agent, or supposedly signing that max deal, which he will get. He's going to get it. That's the part where you want to be even more cautious.
Yeah, so he'll be a restricted free agent a couple summers, but he could sign the extension this summer. And look, the Heat are going to be as careful with him in his future as he himself will be, because it's their future too, right? And Eric Spoelstra said that keeping him out of Game 3 was the hardest decision he said he's ever had to make as a coach.
Well,
also to add to that, you got to think about this. Yeah, well, that's true too. You're right, and they got to think about this. Their team, they'll have this team again next year, so they'll be a year better with this experience. So you don't want him to have an injury where he's out a whole year and you take a step backwards. So I think the Miami Heat for sure. I think the Heat organization will make the right decision.
It's hard though, because Richard, you have talked about the fact that you got to the NBA Finals as a youngster. And then how long did it take you to get back?
13 years.
Right.
13 years. It took a long time. But it's the same point in time, though, like you're talking about
I'm just saying it's hard. It's a hard decision.
And it's position.
Whose decision is it? Whose decision is it?
I mean,
He says it's the medical staff. And the medical staff said do a push-up.
He's going to say, yeah, you're right. I'm with you, RJ.
Yeah,
but it's positional too. Think about this.
So they would have shot me up.
Right, shot you up and let you go. But you're playing the wing position though. Think about that. Now he's playing the post position where
Vince,
he has to bang a little bit.
Dummy. Vince, I just jumped into people.
Agreed.
That's all I did for the entire time.
Agreed.
Vince, let's not kid ourselves. He's still a crash test dummy. We got to take a quick break. Stick around for us, though. We're going to be playing the stat market later in the show. We also have a special surprise for 90s Bulls fans. Keep it locked. We'll see you back in a minute.
Bulls stuff?
Is
cool stuff.
Presented by the new XPS 13. Every little thing is everything.